This story is not just about two girls and the sea, it's about the strength we all carry inside us. Sometimes, we don't know what we're capable of until we're tested. When no one tells us we can't, we often discover that we can. This tale reminds us that true courage comes from belief, and that the biggest waves in life are not outside us, but within. Let's start with the main plot of the story. In a quiet coastal village where the sea whispered to the shores and gulls sang to the winds, two girls were the best of friends. Amara was 7, fearless and full of laughter, and Lila was 11, thoughtful and kind. They were inseparable. They collected seashells, raced the tides, and told each other secrets as they built castles of sand. One sunny afternoon, the waves were calm and the breeze was warm. The girls wandered farther down the beach than usual, chasing each other past the cliffs where few dared to go. "Bet you can't beat me to the sea cave," Amara shouted, her feet kicking up sand. "Watch me," Lila called back, sprinting after her. But as Lila reached the cave, the tide had turned, faster than either of them expected. A large wave crashed against the rocks, sweeping Lila off her feet and pulling her into the sea. "Amara!" she screamed, her voice swallowed by the roaring water. Amara froze. Her heart thudded in her chest. The sea had taken her best friend, and the village was too far to call for help. She looked around desperately. Then she saw it, an old fishing net tangled around a driftwood post, with a thick rope coiled beside it. Without thinking, Amara tied the rope around her waist, anchored it to a boulder, and grabbed the net. She waded into the cold, wild sea, calling Lila's name. The current was strong. Her tiny hands trembled. Salt stung her eyes. But she pushed forward, the rope her only tether. "Grab the net!" she shouted when she finally saw Lila, struggling in the water. Lila reached, barely catching hold. Amara pulled with all her might. Her legs ached. Her arms burned. But she refused to let go. "I won't leave you," she cried. "I won't." Bit by bit, she dragged Lila through the water and back to the shore, until the two of them collapsed, coughing and crying on the sand. "You saved me," Lila whispered. "Of course I did," Amara said, laughing shakily. "Who else would finish building our sea castle?" By the time they reached the village and told their story, most people shook their heads in disbelief. A 7-year-old? Rescuing someone from the sea. She can't even swim across the shallow bay alone. But one person didn't laugh, an old woman with silver hair and a voice like the ocean, known to everyone as Grandma Mira. She had once been a sailor, and many still sought her wisdom. She stepped forward, quieting the crowd. "You all ask how she did it," Grandma Mira said, her eyes twinkling. "But the real question is why she could do it." The villagers stared in confusion. "Because no one was there to tell her she couldn't," she continued. "No voice said, 'You're too small,' or 'The sea is too strong.' Not even her own. She believed her friend needed saving, and that was enough." The crowd fell silent. And at that moment, everyone understood. The sea tests many things: boats, sailors, and sometimes even courage. But when you believe without doubt, when no one tells you it's impossible, you'll do the impossible. Limits only exist if you believe in them. When you don't, you become more than anyone expects, even yourself. Dear friends, what do you think of this story? Share your thoughts in the comments and pass it on to your friends. Thank you.